Hello guys, in this video we are going to be learn how to manage AWS EC2 instances. How many tasks we are going to do in this video. First, we will learn how to create AWS EC2 instance using a client function of boto3. Second task, how to fetch all instances and how to filter these instances based on criteria. And third task, how to save EC2 instances into a CSV file. Fourth, how to check AWS EC2 instances status and how to change the instances like a start, stop, terminate, etc. We will learn how to enable and disable monitoring of EC2 instance. And second last, how to add, delete, update, tag of EC2 instances. And last, we will learn how to attach and detach to from EC2 instance. And now you can see we have login into a AWS account. Second, we have to be open a Python compiler and just open this one. Make sure you have installed boto3 module. Let's import boto3 and rename as boto. Run it. Now I'm able to import this module. And second, you have to be created two variable, access key and second secret key. These two variables we require to log in into a AWS account. How we can get this information? Let's go to AWS account and here you will find the code domain, security credential and open in new tab. Scroll down. Here you will find the access key. I have already one access key that was created 3 hours ago. I'm going to create a new one, create new one and access. And so now you can see these are two information, access key and secret key, right? Let's copy and paste here one by one and paste here. So we got it these two information from AWS account to log in into that account. So which function we require to log in into this account, right? Boto dot session dot session. Make sure this one is in small s and this one is in capital S. Then you have to be use break it and you have to pass these two information, right? To log in into a AWS account or connection, right? Let's see the documentation here. You can see here documentation as well and you can see on a online as well. These are the number of arguments that you can pass to this. So let me copy this one that I'm going to use and access key. Second, we have to use AWS secret key. We have to use this parameter and then put the value secret key. Right, let's run it. Now we are able to run successful. Let's store this data into a variable. So I will keep the name also session equal run it. So we are able to log in into a AWS account, but you have to bind up your region in which account you want to be work, right? There are a lot of region is available. Now you can see Mumbai region and Virginia region, California region. So we use this region to bind up. So instead of using this name, we use this code, right? AP South 1 and US East 1. So like that, you have to use this AP South 1. So let's see how to bind up and how to access any AWS service key. So for that, what I will do here, you just check here version, which version you are using currently. Now you can see this version I'm using currently. So I have to be open this one documentation. Let's click here AWS Boto and version Boto3 version number, hit enter. Now you can see this version. And here in left side there is a available services score. Now here you have to find the EC2 instance. Now you can see EC2 instance. So there are two methods that we can use to connect to EC2 service, client and resource. So I'm going to use client in this video. When you open client, now you can see how to connect client. So here we have to be there instead of boto3 session, right? So let's how to do it. We have to put inside the EC2, right? Service name. And these are the method that you can use and how to connect to EC2 service. So for that, we are going to here use client, then session dot client. Inside, we have to put the service name EC2, and then here we have to use the region name. Region, what is the region name? AP South 1 for Mumbai. And let's run it. Now we are able to run it. Now let's check it. So we have to keep it small. Let me keep it small. You can use any. EC2 client. All object, whatever you are able to see here, right? These are the objects that you can use. Right? Lot of object is available. Same you can access using this object. So what object we are going to do? We have to find EC2 instance related object first. How to create EC2 instance and how to fetch EC2 instance. So first we are going to be understand how to create EC2 instance, right? So for that we required here run hyphen instance method. And you can also find here same method. Here search, there's lot of method. Run hyphen instance, right? Let's just copy from here and paste here, right? And then open this documentation instance. Here you will find the number of argument that you can pass. So this argument is related to device EBS volume related information you want to be passed, so you can pass. And here you have an image ID, instance type, and key name, max, min count, monitoring, enable, disable. So lot of parameter is available, security group and subnet ID. So you can pass for whatever you want to be passed. Tag specification. Let's see how to pass this information. Create. Let's copy this one only, and I will paste here these two information. I will copy two more information. I'm going to use these two information and paste here. Let's change the value. We have to be changed t2 dot micro. I'm going to use here and image ID. How you can get it? Come to here, and here you will find AMI catalog. Then you can filter here, prettier only. And now you can see this is your image ID that you can use, and this one is also image ID. There are two image ID for one image, and now you can see also here. So let me copy from here, come back here and paste. So we are able to paste this one, and here we have to be change max count, min count, right? One, and I will one. If I change here two, so it will create two instance. If I change here one, so it will create only one instance. So let's first run it. Now we are getting this information, right? So this information you can store in a variable. Here you can assign this information to variable. So I have not assigned, so we can assign later whenever you require to store this information to perform some operation on that, right? So let's verify we are able to create or not. Now you can see there is only one. Let's refresh. Now you can see we are able to get one instance that we had created. Now you can see monitoring disable and keep the default security group name, right? We had not provided this one. If you want to provide, so you can provide your security group. And now you can see key name. So if you want to add the key name, and here you can see this one. So this is called as a tag, right? So you didn't pass here any tag. So how you can add here tag? So while creating, so let's come back here. Now you can see key name. Just copy this one and come here and paste anywhere. And let's find the key name, which key I'm going to be passed. So for that, what I will do, I will find here key name, keep here, and let's copy this one, name and paste here, right? So we have attached here key name and second is tag. So find here tag specification. So this tag specification is ending here, right? It's starting break it and ending break it so that you can identify where your argument is ending, right? Let's copy and paste here. Let me check. Yeah, there we have to be separate using a comma. Now there is a different resource type. You have to be choose only one resource type, that is an instance, right? So I'm going to delete all and then I will type here delete and type here, and here keep the name. This is my tag name like a photo. Let's save this information into a variable like a new VM equal. Let's run it. New VM. Now you are able to do it. Let's come here and refresh. You will find new. Here you will find. Now you can see Boto expanding, right? So you are able to attach also AWS key. Let's see how to fetch this information. So just come back. We use only one method inside the client. What is the name? EC2 client. So inside these are the methods. So I'm going to use a different method, that is a describe underscore instance. So you just have to copy this method, right? Whatever method you are able to see this, you just have to use exactly there. What is the name? EC2 client, right? Dot and paste here and then make it. And when you run it, you will get that all information. Now you are able to get all that information, right? You can save this information in a variable. Let's open here this one. You are able to get all the instances information detail, right? Let's see here. You have a filter and instance ID. So how to use this? And let's see here filter. Copy this one and paste inside. How we can use now, what name you have to put here and what value you can pass here. So let's come to documentation. Now you can see here filter. So now you can see these are the name, and now you can see, so on the basis of it you can filter. Suppose you want to filter on the basis of state, right? Here you will see the instance state. So you want to be filter only running instance on the basis of this parameter, or a stopped instance, or you can filter on the basis of instance type, right? So like K2 Nano, you want to filter all instances. And ability zone, on the basis of this you can also filter. On the basis of timing, launch time, you can also filter. You want to be filter all the instance which had created yesterday or today, like that you can also filter. So I'm going to be filter on the basis of a instance state. So you have to find what is the name for it in a programming. So let's find here instance. Now you can see this is the name instance state. Copy from here and paste here, right? And value, you can see here what are the value: pending, running, shutting down, terminated, stopping and stop. So I'm going to use running. You just have to do copy from here, because if you have put different letters, means in capital R, it won't be work, because Python is a case sensitive language. Let's run it. You can verify instance like a E7, right? So let's verify it's E7. So now you can see E7 is running. So I have verified only one. And on the basis of key name, you can also filter, right? Group name. There are a lot of parameters like this one. Let's copy and paste here. What value you have to put for this? T2 nano, right? Let's run it. You will be get only one instance detail, right? Because there is only one instance. You can verify 47, right? Let's verify 47. 47 is in stock means T2 nano, right? And if you want to filter on the basis of tag, right? Let's see here. Now you can see tag is boto, right? And if you want to filter, let's keep here tag C, tag environment. So what I will do, you can create same variable for this one so that you can filter both, right? How you can manage, like I will keep here environment and deb. Let's see on the basis of tag how you can filter. So you just have to come to documentation. Here you will find the tag. Now you can see tag key. So how you have to follow, this is the syntax you can use, right? First you have to use the tag, then key. So this is the name you have to be used here. Let's copy here, and here you have to be paste. First you have to be use a prefix tag colon. Then here you, instead of this, you have to use your environment tag name, right? Let's come here and you will find that tag key, right? So this is the key that you have to be used here. Paste here, and what value you have to be give here. So what is the value? On the basis of that you want to be filtered tab. Let's run it. Now we are able to get C18 and second is double D. Sorry, E7. Let's verify E7 and 47 having a this tag. So we are able to filter on the basis of tag as well. And if you want to be filter on the basis of a tag I, if you know this is you have a tag ID, so on the basis of that you can also filter. Let's come here and you will see here tag, right? So let's copy this one, and on the basis of that we are going to be perform this operation. What we have to do, so let's here you can save. Let's run it. Okay, same thing we have to be follow, right? Just copy here and paste here. What we have to do here, we don't have to use this one, right? We have to use a this one. Let's copy this one, paste here, right? Here you have to put that, sorry, instance ID. Let's copy this one. I want to be filter detail of this instance, save it, and second ID. You can pass more than ID, right? How you can pass, like that you can pass it. Let's run it, and we have to use instances, right? Run it. Now you can see we are able to copy same 47, right? Now you can see 47, and we should have another, right? Let's verify 63. We are able to get this information like that. Next task we have to be perform how to save data into CSV file. So for that you have to be get required property, which property you are going to be save into a CSV file. So for example, let's come here. You can see like a, I want to put instance ID, instance state, and instance type, right? So for that you have to be understand the output. First get all the instances, right? So how you can get all the instances? EC2 client having a method, right? Describe instances, and let's run it, and we have to be understand the output, how output is look like, so that we have to filter. Now you can see all the data is belong to this, right? This key, right? So this is the one key inside this all data is available. For that, what I will do, I will use here, right? And let's run it again. Now you can see we had to remove that. Now we are able to get the all data. Now inside having a instances, right? So inside the instances, you will get the detail of your instance related, right? So we have to be access this one. Then you have to be, you can access anyone. So this is inside a list, all detail as a dictionary. So you have to be always follow this format. How we can? So for that we have to be import pandas as pd, run it, and you will create here like a result equal empty, right? I will store the all property inside it. So for instance in all instance colon, then what I will do, I will iterate over the instance. There is a number of instances, right? So what I will do, I will get first id equal. So instance, you have to use dot. Instead of dot, you have to use a zero because it's an always would be a constant inside a single list having a dictionary. So in dictionary, there is a different data. So what data you can access? Let's come here, and here you will find that value, right? What value you are going to be used here? You can copy from this response body. So I will use this one, copy this one, and paste here. And second information that I'm going to copy exact same line and paste here, and I will use here second instance type, right? So let's come back. We have to remove this one. This is an extra. And let's come and see instance type, right? Let's copy this one and paste here. And third column that I want to be add here, instance type and state. State you will find. Now you can see state inside having a also dictionary, code and name. So I need name only. So I will remove this one and I will paste here. And then I will use one more, and I'll come back here and I will use this one inside. So if there is inside any data, so you just have to follow that one. So let's name it state, right? And just append to this list this data as a list. How we can do it? Result dot append, inside you have to put list and put all the id, comma, type, comma, state. So these three information, and if you want to take more information, you can use like that. Let's run it. Now let's come to documentation why this error occurred. Now you can see inside the instances, all data is available. So we have to use this one, then we have to use a zero in there, right? And close paste. Same thing we have to do here, right? Let's run it. You want to check it, result, run it. Now you are able to do access, right? So what I will do, I will use here df equal to cd dot data frame, and I will use here result. Then I will column. What column I want to be keep, like a instance id. As whatever name you want to be keep, you can keep that one. And let's run it, and let's save this data into a csv file dot to csv, and put here file name instances dot csv, right? And let's run it. Let's come back here and now you will see the instances. Now you can see there is a one extra column, right? So how you can remove this one? So let's come back here, and here you have to use one more index equal false. Now let's come back here. Now you can see how to check the running instances, right? So for that we have a EC2 client, right? EC2 client having this method. Let's come to documentation, come back. So we have opened this. You will find EC2 instance describe. Now you can see status. So if you read here, so describe status of specified instances. All of your instances by default, only running instances are described, right? So only running instances you can patch. So let's see and type here that method name, right? What is the, this is the name, right? Exactly. Let's come back here and paste here and run it. Now you are able to get only running instances, right? So like that you can store running instances equal, right? So we have stored into this variable. Let's see how to change this state, instance state, stop, reboot, start, terminate, right, etc. So how you can perform this operation. So all method is also available. So what we have to do, how to change state of instance. So let's see. EC2 client, right? EC2 client, inside the clients having this all method. So using a client function, we are doing this all operation, right? Let's come back here, and inside the client having the all these methods. What we have to do, we have to perform. Okay, let's find here a start underscore instance. Now you can see start instances and stop instances, terminate instances. Using this, you can terminate. How to start and how you can stop. Let's. So first, what I have to do, I have to copy this one is stop instances. Let's copy and paste here. Let's see documentation dynamically also. And now you can see you have to pass this instances ID, right? Let's copy here and paste it. So how you can paste this ID? So we have already running instances, right? So running instances, let me check the output. So we have to get this ID. How we can get it? First we have to be get inside data all, right? So all data is available inside this, right? So let's me paste here, right? And we are able to now I will get the instances, right? So instance how we can get, let's copy this one and then I will paste. No, why we cannot be do like this? Because we have to be iterate over the instance IDs. For I instance running instances IDs dot append, inside we have to instances, it's a list of instances, right? Inside having a dictionary. So inside dictionary, you have to get the instance ID, right? Let's come back here and use dictionary. Let's run it. And here you can pass your IDs. Let's run it here. Okay, we have to remove this one. What we have to do here, AC2 client dot stop instance, then you have to be use here IDs, right? So IDs, let's see syntax, how you can pass the instances. Let me copy this one, right? And we have to put pass as a list of an ID. So for list of an ID, we have created already. Let's run it. Now we are able to stop. Now if you want to verify, let's verify. Let's in stopping. So we are able to stop also. So how to start? Let's start it. So start EC2 client, right? Using clients having an old method. Start hyphen instance, and inside you have to use this documentation. You can prepare here as well, and you can open here as well, right? Let's open here and copy this one. So I will use this. I will pass list of and I will pass IDs that I'm going to be start. Right, let's verify, refresh. Now one is pending and second is also pending. So it is running. Delete instances, right? So EC2 client, same method I'm using and again. All method belong to inside this method EC2 client, right? And terminate instances, and here you have to use that one. Let me paste ID and IDs and let's run. Now it's terminating and let's refresh it. Now you can see. Let's come back. How to enable and disable monitoring. Now you can see here having a monitoring section in disabled, right? And if you want to be enable this, how you can enable and disable. So I have only one instance is left, that is a web server. So this is the ID. So using this ID we can enable and disable. You can get this dynamically also, just like here we have got it this information IDs, right? So like that you can get it. So I'm going to pass down static EC2 client dot monitor instance. Here you can pass. Let's see documentation here as well and there also. So here having an instances ID. So I will use this copy set and I will pass here and I will copy the instance ID from here. Let's copy and paste here. You can paste one more ID here. You can enable more than one instance monitoring. Let's run it and let's verify, refresh here. Now you can see it has been enabled. How you can disable, right? We are doing this like that. You can store as well, right? We are not storing into a variable, so you can store. I'm not storing here. EC2 client dot unmonitor instance, same syntax we have to follow, right? Let's copy from here. Same instance I'm going to be disable monitoring, right? Let's run it. Let's verify, refresh it. Now you can disable. How to add, tag and delete and update. For adding and deleting a tag, we have to come back here inside client, come back here. You have to find create, right? So it will start whatever you are going to do new thing. So that will start with create tag. Now you can see tag. Just copy this one method and come back here and I'm going to create, right? How to add tag to instance, right? So for that EC2 client having a method, this one paste here, right? You know this method where is this exists. Now you can see I have created in top right this method using a session. Come back here and how you can pass this information, which tag you are going to be create. Let's open this. Let's open. Now you can see. Just copy this one and paste here. So here you have to use this one as well. Copy and paste here. Resource you have to use instance, right? So instance ID you have to be put here. Resource ID. Copy here. To this instance, I'm going to be add a new tag. So what tag I'm going to use? So let's keep the name of that. For example, company. As you can pass like a code domain. Let's run it. Come back here, refresh it, click here, and you will see tag. Now you can see company code name, code domain, right? So like that you can add. If you want to update, how you can update? Using same function you can update. Change here IVM, right? So this key is already exist. So what it will do? It will override. Let's run and I will see that tag. Now you can see IVM is able to perform this operation. How to delete this? For deleting, we have a delete and delete tag. Now you can see, just copy this one and come back here, and you just have to change the method, right? Same you have to use. What you can do, let's me copy this one and I will paste here. Instead of create, you have to use it delete, and same and key I'm going to delete line. Run it. Let's verify here. Now you can see company key has been deleted. Let's see another task. How to attach and detach volume to instance, right? So they're having a volumes, only one volume. Let me create new volume manually for 30 GB and tag name like a name test. So I have created this volume. I'm going to attach this volume to instance. Now you can see here there is a one volume which is in use and one is in creating, right? And you can see also instance, right? We have attached this volume to this instance and it is creating, so we have to wait to be available. Now it is available. Now let's try to attach manually. Attach. When I select here instance, automatically device name is coming. So we have to put these two information to attaching. So let's come back here and find here attach volume. Now let's copy this one. Copy, come back here, and I have a line method inside having this. Let's copy and see the syntax here as well, and you can see the syntax also there, right? These three information you have to be passed. Let's copy and paste here. If you want to see, just open this. Now you can see same information, right? And let's find the first device name. So now you can see this is my device name, and let's paste here device name, right? And instance ID. So let's come here, instances, right? And here I have this instance. Let's copy and I will paste the instance ID and volume ID. Which volume I'm going to be add. Scroll down, right? This one I'm going to be attach test one. ID we have to put. Let's run it. Got it. You can store this information into a variable. Let's see verify here. Now you can see in use and we have attached also instance. And how to delete and how to detach this. So for detach, we have a detach method, right? So let's see, find detach volume. This is the name, and here you can see the syntax. So you can pass only volume. Using volume, you can detach. There is no need to be pass instance ID and device name. Let's see how you can detach EC2 client having this method, right? Detach. Okay, there is no, it's not coming. Detach. Let me type here detach volume and pass here volume ID. Same syntax I can copy from here. Let's copy and paste here and pass the volume ID. So I will copy from here and I will paste here. Run it. Let's come back here. Volume. We have to check volume. Refresh it. Yeah, now you can see it isn't available. Right, so these are the tasks that we have performed using a Boto3 module. So it's an easy to do these tasks using a AWS Boto3 documentation.